Alright, hello guys, I'm Lou. Well, sorry I wasn't feeling good enough to make a video on the rerun banner we got with Zeta. As you see here, we have the new camping event with Camping Zeta, and Victoria will come next week, of course. So there's that. Time to get into this summer skip video. I will say they are going into all the different species this event at least. Like Zeta's a fairy and robot, Victoria's an elf, have Shadow is a human, Victoria's a vampire. So as you can see here, they raise the HP of all eyes and then raise down the particular and crit rate for each species and party. So yeah, this as it was showing there. This is a fairy and robe, and then on the rear and banner here you have Eta being an elf, and of course Shab being a human. So the more so, and of course Victor is a bit of a vampire, so yeah, that's what Zeta Kit means. Basically Zeta wants you to put all those species together, and for each species and team you get extra damage inflicted and crit rate. So as you can see, there's only 4 races in the game right now, so if you did put all 4 together on the same team, you get a 40% crit rate and 40% damage buff for 20 seconds. And of course when awakened, the crit rate goes up to 20%, so then it becomes 80% damage inflicted and 80% crit rate. So of course you would need all species in team. So if you don't like, if you don't say if you're missing one, then you'll get yes buff. Now this skill one, which isn't too much, but because HP of ice and grants an ice stand from 54. Like this one's restricted. And it's kinda simple, like nothing much besides a heal and a damage buff. Yeah, this skill 2 which inflicts damage, lowers defense, and inflicts weakness. I guess the weakness part is decent since that's kinda what a team that is diverse in races need. But unless you're using Zeta and Delta or the New Year Victoria. Now the special bit here, which goes about each time a human, elf, sorcerer, and for vampire uses a hint technique, you get different buffs. So if it's a human like the New Year Shadow was showing earlier, all green units get a damage buff. If it's an elf like the Eta I showed you earlier, all eyes get a speed buff. If it's a fairy and proof like the Zeta, so then all eyes get a crit attack buff. And if it's a vampire like Elizabeth, all eyes get an attack buff. No, to be fair, yeah, outside of this event shilling, I don't think it's really worth trying to mix and match the races, but does make for a unique team comp, I guess, and more diverse and fun team comp. If Alright, now when we get to the gear, so I can go over that. Just give the enemy a crit debuff, crit defense debuff for each species in the party, which I guess can work well with the crit rate you're getting from Zeta and the crit attack here. It's decent both actually. When it looks coming together, it might look good enough, but realistically, it's not really that worth compared to running Atomic Alpha or the full variant group team really. So I move over to Awakening. This is the free one, so I guess it's okay getting extra damage inflicted. This is kind of whatever really. The A2 is whatever. 8, 9, that's usual. The A3 and A5s are the good ones. Well, yeah, A3 and A5s I say are the good Awakening credits as usual. So what else is on the Zeta banner is that just like the Apocrypha event, there's the free tickets here. So as you have seen from the swimsuit from the Apocrypha Chapter 7 Epsilon banner, these tickets you'll be able to use them for the next event character, which for this event is Victoria. And when Victoria banner comes, those next same tickets will have to wait to see what the next event is for you to use them there. So yeah, it is quite bait really. Pretty much doing 7 multis on Zeta will give you a free multi for the next character. And of course, if you do 15, you'll get a second. No, well, actually 13, I mean. You get a second free multi for the next character. And it should be the same pattern for when Victoria drops next week. Really, the choice you can get from this Encore banner are kinda better in general, outside of event shilling. like the New Year Victoria I have here. I just have Elizabeth selected since but I have all the other good characters besides Victoria here. And I guess Zeta as well. So yeah, if you didn't have one in Alpha, then you can definitely get her. Party Alpha doing pretty good. This stars for free. And I guess you can pick up this job for PvP. This one, good for Fire and Fruit teams. And then this Tank Gamma, good for Atomic Alpha teams. And New Eta is good as well with higher awakenings. Though I'll get into the rerun banner at a later date. But put simply, outside of this event, I guess it's not really worth it, but it does look nice with all the different buffs you can get at least. I'll say that much. It's probably a weak kit, but nice buffs, since you have damage limit, speed, crit attack buffs here. You also have damage inflicted buffs here, and crit rate and damage inflicted buffs here, and of course, some weakness here. So it's a decent kit, has tons of buffs, but really in general, not usually worth outside of the event shell, mostly because, well, there's things like Fire and Fruit that just work better if you have one race. Or Atomic Alpha team comes that just uses multiple characters in the same race. So yeah. Yeah, that's about it for this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Later.